hope you're well, and I hope your day went well. What's up? What's up, guys? How are you today? It's Bekamodi His Mechanic, and I'm glad to have the time to come and meet my community once more. Thank you, guys. Don't forget to double tap on your screen to like this video. Double tap to like, double tap on my screen, and subscribe if you're watching for the first time. Thank you, guys. Yeah, it's a wonderful Sunday. For many of us, it's a day to go and worship our Creator. And for many of us, also, for many others, it's a day to rest. While for so many others, it's a day to, reflect on life and make the most out of it. Hope your day went well. What's up, guys? Hope your day went well. Yeah, I'm happy to be here today. I'm so happy to be here today. So happy to be here today. I hope your day went well. Thank you for joining my live stream. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining. Please double tap to like and don't forget to subscribe to my live stream, to my channel. I'll be glad for you to support that way. Thank you. I can see you here. Thank you so much. It's Pekamo the Ace Mechanic. I'm happy that you're here today. It's a wonderful Sunday, and I hope you had a great day. How was the day? How did your day go? Can you share? Where are you watching from? Thank you. Please double tap to like. How did your day go? How did it go? How did it go? Did you enjoy your Sunday? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. That you're here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for joining. My day went well. A lot of stuff. For me, I went to church and I attended a couple of meetings, and I just came home and I jumped on the live because it was time for live. And I was trying not to exceed the start time of the live stream by so much. So I had to just jump on the live. Yeah. And to talk about my week was, a bit hectic, working on some cars in the workshop. There was a certain car that we needed to track a situation with the car. We had to track. Um, it's very funny. It started with what's it called? It started with um, yeah, hard start. So it started with a hot hard start. Thank you for joining. Please double tap to like my video and consider subscribing to my channel. I'm glad you're here and I'm happy that you're here. Please support me with your like and support me with your subscription. Thank you very much. I'm happy that you are here. So as I was saying, it started with the complaint about a warm heart start, which we checked and we were able to find that there's a problem with the VVT high OCV. OCV is the oil control valve. Thank you very much for joining. Please double tap to like this video and please subscribe to my channel if you're joining for the first time. I really appreciate that you're joining me this time. Thank you. Double tap to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. I'm happy to have you all here. So when the car was brought to the workshop the earlier this week, it started with the complaint of a warm hard start. So warm hard start. When you say hard start, normally in the industry of auto repairs, hard start is when you get to your car to start it, and it takes you up to like 3 maybe two, three, four cranks. Normally when you start your car and you turn the keys, and it should do zoom, it should pick up and run. But when you're having a hard start situation, it means that the car is not going to start on the first crank. Maybe it will on the second, or it's going to be maybe on the third. And for some, very critical level of hard start, you can be having it go for 30 seconds, and the car is not going to pick up and run. So that's what is called hard start. So now a warm hard start is a type that happens when the engine has been run and is warm or hot. So when I mean hot, I don't mean overheating. I mean the engine has been run, so it's not from a cold, start. So when you say warm at start, maybe you ran on an errand, you went to the grocery store, and you parked the car to go into the store to pick something. Maybe you spent 30 minutes there or 1 hour, and you came out to get into your car, started and go, and you started cranking forever. And it's not starting. That's a warm hard start. On the other hand, a cold hard start is such that happens when you try to crank your engine, especially when the engine has become cold. Maybe it has sat for like 5, 6, 7 hours, or more appropriately, maybe it has sat for over the night, and you try to crank the engine when it's cold, and it takes forever to start. But in that case, it is not a generalized hard start when you don't get to have a hard start when it is hot. You get what I'm trying to say? So now there are different things that causes the warm heart start, and there are different things that causes the cold heart start. But in some cases, you can have one thing or two things being responsible for the cold hard start and the warm hard start. So, for example, if you're having a car that's having a hard start when it's hot or warm, and when the engine is cold, then you may be having one common issue or one common problem that is causing the hard start across the temperature ranges. Please, guys, thank you for joining. Oh, I have someone special here. Video what? Video what? Thank you so much. I'm happy that you joined my live stream. Yeah, Video what? Thank you so much. Video what is watching from London. Thank you so much. Please double tap on my face to like this video. I'm so glad that you're here today. Thank you. Lots of love, lots of love, lots of love to you. I'm holding my phone with the second hand, so I couldn't complete the heart, but you can help me complete it. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing the love. Thank you for joining. Please consider to double tap on your screen to like this video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm so glad you're here today. Video what? All right. So as I was saying, you may be fortunate that is a common situation that is causing such a hard start. So in that case, when you fix that common situation, then you get your car to run again. And in another vein, you might be unlucky that you have different circumstances causing the warm heart start and the cold heart start, if that's your own situation. In that case, it's going to take maybe forever for you to diagnose it, except if you're so lucky that you started from the exact culprit causing the heart start in the first place. All right. So now, you know, for the situation that was brought into the shop this week that I told you that I'm trying to relate to you. Thank you for the like. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for your subscription. Others, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'm gonna be grateful for that. I'm gonna thank you. You can even indicate if you subscribe so I can celebrate you and appreciate you, even right here, right now. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that you guys are here. And video what? How's London today? What's the temperature like? Over here, it's kind of super cloudy. You can hardly see the blue of the sky. How's the temperature like? How is the weather? And how is London today? So, I am streaming from Ibadan, Nigeria. Yeah, I'm streaming from Ibadan, Nigeria. So, guys, one thing that struck my mind by the time we narrowed all the causes of the hard start of this particular car that was brought into the shop with the hard start situation, having a cold hard start and warm hard start, unfortunately, there were three reasons responsible for the hard start. And now, like I said, the owner complained that there was a warm I'm sorry, the network glitched out. I'm sorry, but I believe you should be able to see me and hear me right now. So I was trying to say, unfortunately, the owner could not bring in the car, so he had to send a trusted friend to the workshop. So, you know, like I said, the owner said that the car only had a warm hard start. So if you park it and start it maybe in the next 30 minutes or 1 hour or 2 hours, it's gonna take maybe the second or third or fourth crank before it's going to turn over and run the engine. So I was chasing that and I was able to see exactly what was causing that. I plugged in my scanner and I was able to see that we had a code indicating that the VVTI OCV has an open circuit. So the open circuit does not necessarily mean that the OCV is bad, but in our case, unfortunately, the OCV was bad. The coil was open. So the circuit was okay. At the time it should trigger, we are having ground to control and we are having power from the fuse box. Excuse me. So that one was the case for the warm heart start. Sorry, I had to take water. I was feeling a sensation in my nasal area. I hope that takes care of that. So having eradicated the warm heart start, now I wanted to be sure that everything was fine. I finished that late on a certain day. So the next morning, I wanted to start the car to check every other thing to be sure it's okay and do the cycle of warming the engine and trying to start the car again and see whether it's going to hold up. And to my surprise, I tried to start the engine and it didn't crank. I mean, it cranked rather. I'm sorry. It's cranked, but it didn't run. It didn't catch. So it continued. And I was like, what? I turned it off again. I tried it. It was until the third time I tried to crank the car. Don't forget for those of you who have been here, by cranking, you're turning the key for it to start the engine. So you hear the sound like nya, 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 nya. And if everything is okay, it should run like nya, 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 zoom, something like that. So it didn't pick up until the third time I tried to crank it. That was when it now like zzz, then it picked up and ran normal. Now the funniest thing is that immediately after you shut it down, when it has already started, then the car is going to run well subsequently, and that's what makes everything funny. It makes everything funny in the sense that you're looking at it that why is this always difficult for only the first start? So the next suspicion was the ignition system and the fuel system. So we took it one by one. We checked the ignition system. We were able to see that there was spark even in the morning. Okay, we checked the fuel system. We saw that the fuel system was losing pressure. Like if you shut it down within 5 minutes, it has lost up to 10 psi. And within 10 minutes, it has even gone beyond 20, below 20 psi. And on Toyotas, the car was a Toyota Camry 2010. On Toyotas, you are given, the on this 2010 Toyota Corolla, I mean Camry rather, the pressure, the working pressure of the fuel system is 45 psi. Let's say between 44 psi, yes, and 50 psi. That's working pressure. Now, the rest pressure when the pump is not running and the engine is not running is prescribed to be okay if after shutting the engine for 5 minutes, the pressure still holds at least 20 psi. So that is considered as a working pump that's not leaking pressure crazily and stuff like that. So, but this one, within 30 minutes, we're already having a pressure drop in the fuel line of up to 10 psi. I mean, the total pressure after 10 minutes was, after 30 minutes was 10 psi, and that was crazy. Where's this pressure leaking to? So we try to check for, and every one of you watching for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hey, see, we have Tina Marie in the house. Tina, thank you so much for joining. Tina, I'm glad that you're here. How is your day? How are you doing? How is America? I'm so happy. Thanks for the love. Thank you so much. How are you today, Tina? I'm so happy to see you here. Yeah, I'm so happy to see you here. How are you? How was your day? How did your day go? And I hope the US is fine. Over here is cloudy. Super cloudy. It's like a white blanket is spread over the sky, and you can hardly see pockets of blue in the sky. It's just stuffy, packed, cloudy kind of sky. Thank you so much for joining, Tina. So as I was saying, so in that case, we could deduce, having said that the rest pressure of the fuel system was 10 psi after 30 minutes of rest. Mr. Mulatto, thank you so much for saying hi. Thank you for joining. How are you today? I'm so excited to have you here. As the US, I was telling Tina earlier that the weather is kind of cool. Is dropping a little here. It's dropping a little here, and rain is dropping a bit. But we have a cloudy sky. Weather is cool. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm wearing a shirt. Oh wow, Richard Oliveira. Oh my God, Richard is here. Richard, sorry guys, my network blipped again. I'm so sorry. Sorry guys, my network blipped again. I'm so sorry. I believe you can see me right now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So much. Mr. Richard Oliveira, thank you so much, fellow. Thank you for joining. Please don't forget to double tap to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, Tina, thank you for coming. Mr. Mulado, thank you for joining. I'm so happy that you're here. So, how's your day going, Mr. Mulado? What's happening? What's up? What's up? What's up with you? Yeah, thank you, Tina. Thank you, Tina. Tina says you look so nice. Thank you so much. I'm wearing, something looking like a kaftan. Yeah, that's what I'm wearing. You know, it's long up to my pocket level. You know, so this African print, Ankara, we call it Ankara. Yeah, yeah, guys. So I was talking about art start. Warm heart start, cold art start. Yeah, definitely, Tina. Thank you so much. I had a good day. And Mr. Mulatto, thank you so much. You saying that you're good. I'm happy to know that you're good. Mr. Mulado is saying, nice to drop on. Thank you for dropping on. Thank you for checking on me. Thank you for watching my video, for joining my live. It makes me feel special. Thank you so much. Yeah, I had a good day, Tina. I had a good day. My day is still reeling off. It's not the end of the day here. It's currently 5:32 p.m. Yeah, it's 5:32 p.m. Yeah, I know that on the East Coast on the US, you should be at about 12:32 p.m. And on the West Coast, probably 1:32 p.m. Thank you for the love. Whosoever is doing that, you can indicate so that I can know that you're dropping some love. So I was talking about cold hard starts, warm hard starts. Hard starts generally is the situation whereby you get to your car, you turn the keys for those that are using keys, or if you're using push button, you try to activate the starting of the engine, and actuate it whichever way, whether with the twist of the key or with the push of the button, and you try to start the engine and it does no running, it doesn't catch and run. Second time it does not catch. That's a hard start. So when that happens, when the engine has run a bit and you shut it, maybe you ran an errand, you went to a grocery store and you parked your car, picked up whatever you picked up. After like 30 minutes, 1 hour, you come back to your car and you try to start your engine when the engine is still warm. Like if you open the engine compartment, you pop up the hood, you're gonna be feeling that the engine is warm, and in fact hot to touch, most likely. And you try to start your engine in that situation when the engine is still warm and it delays to crank, you crank it the first time, you crank it the second time, maybe on the third time it picks up. That is a warm hard start. But maybe when the engine is cold, after the engine has been left to sit for like 5 or 6 hours, 8 hours, or overnight, and you try to start the car and it's not starting, then it's a cold hard start. So they are two different things. In most cases, they are caused by different things. Different things. Okay, Tina is saying, but I gotta drive my car now. Okay, okay. Thank you so much. And Tina is saying, be right back. Thank you so much, Tina, for joining. Thank you so much. Yeah, you drive a good car, so it's not gonna have, a warm heart start. No, it's too early for that. And it's not gonna have push the button and gonna start, right away. So that's cool, But a lot of people face the situation, and it's what it is. There's nothing we can do about that. So, guys, like I said, the first part of what we did in this case of the car I was telling you about that came into the workshop. So, we fixed the warm heart start. Thank you so much, Tina, for the love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Lots of love for you too. I'm sorry I'm holding my phone with the other hand, so there's no way I can complete it. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Lot of love to you too. All right. Drive safely. Don't crash. All right. So we solved the warm heart start and we continued on the second day to check if everything was okay. So first thing in the morning, getting to the workshop. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Tina. Thank you. Thank you for the love you send always. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right. So the second day, got into the workshop to do the last minute check before clearing the car for collection. Whosoever is sending the love, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. So kind of you, so sweet of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Guys, if you're watching for the first time on this channel, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to appreciate that real good. You can indicate whether you subscribe now. I mean, if you subscribe now. And don't forget to double tap on your video, on this video, on this screen, to like my video. I'm going to be glad you did that. Thank you so much, guys. I'm happy you guys are here. So, as I was saying, I tried to start it first thing that second day, that morning, and the car did not start. Okay, we fixed the warm up start. We confirmed it the previous day. Engine was warm. It started right away. After waiting 30 minutes, 1 hour, 3 hours, 5 hours, they were confirmed on those staggered intervals, of which while we tried to replicate the issue when the car was brought in, the car wouldn't start right after 30 minutes mark. It's going to start on the second crank. And by the time you leave it for, let's say, um 3 hours, it's gonna take up to like the fourth crank because before it's gonna start. So excuse me. So I was like, okay, we fixed the warm heart start the previous day. I didn't know of a situation of a cold heart start. So why is it manifesting now? Or am I missing something? Did we do anything wrong? We checked our processes again and we saw that everything was done according to how it's supposed to be done. So what's the problem here? Why? Apologies, guys. Network is bleeping in and out, but please kindly bear with me. I hope it's gonna get better in the course of this live stream. So OCV, the VVTi OCV. For your information, those of you that don't must have seen it at the back of a car, maybe a Toyota car or an American car. VVTi is variable valve timing with intelligence. So the VV is variable valve, the T is timing, then the high is including intelligence. So it's the high denotes intelligence. So the VVT high changes varies the position of the camshaft. That those are jargons for those of us in the automotive, repair world and production world. But for you, the owners, you don't need to really delve into that, except if you want to venture into DIY. So now the whole CV that activates the retarding advancing of that camshaft on Toyotas, on this particular one had a problem. We replaced it, and next day I tried to confirm it when we had a cold at start. It was still working, so the replacement was still good. They checked, okay, okay, our fix was good. So what's the problem? So I had to pick up my phone, and this is where the real deal comes in. I used to have problem with some clients because they are not detailed enough, either because they choose to be maliciously conservative of the details, or they are careless about the details they are giving to the mechanic. You know, as a car owner, you have to understand this. The details you give as vital as helping the mechanic pinpoint or accentuate the actual faults that's the culprit for whatever he complained to the mechanic. And that's going to help him get promptly to the solution. But when you give the wrong symptoms, when you complain about the wrong things, thank you guys for the like. I see you guys liking this video. I really appreciate you guys, and I see you guys streaming in. You trooping in droves to like and watch my video. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget double tap to like this video. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please check the top of your screen. You see subscribe tab, and you press that tab. Tap on it to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be grateful that you're subscribing to my channel, and I'm happy that you guys are here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching. Let's move on as more of you come and join. And thank you once again for joining and watching and staying. Sometimes say customers come into the workshop. When you do, please be detailed about what you've observed about your car. Some customers come to the workshop, they bring their car, they know the problem that they are trying to track. They know the problem, they've taken to like 3, 4, 5 garages and they could not fix the situation. But they come to your workshop and they tell you, hey, my car is giving me a problem. Okay, what do you want me to do? Okay, fill the job order form. Let's know what your complaint is. And they tell you, I want you to fix everything. What? What is everything? By everything, does that include a missing lug nut? By everything, does that include um uh maybe your parking brake not catching very well? By everything, you're talking about wiper washer fluid. If you come into the workshop, sorry, my network blipped again. Oh, Lizzie, how are you, Lizzie? It's good to have you here. It's good to see you here. Thank you so much for joining. Lizzie is here, you all. Lizzie is here. Thank you for joining. How are you today, Lizzie? How's work? Or rather, today's Sunday. I believe you went to church. Yeah. How was service? How did you spend your day? How did your day go? I'm so happy to see you here today. Lizzie, thank you so much. Lots of love, Lizzie. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining, Lizzie. Yeah, my second hand is holding my phone, as you can see, but you can help me complete the heart. Thank you. I'm sorry. I believe I'm back again, and you can see me. My name again. All right. So, Lizzie, I'm happy you said you're doing good. That's good to know. That's good to know, Lizzie. Thank you so much. So, this is my advice to you guys. See it and guys, I'm sorry. This network is bleeping out. I'm so sorry. Please hang on. Let me try another network. You know, this network is pissing me off. It's pissing me off real good. Guys, please hang on. Let me try another network. I'm sorry. 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 Okay. I think it should connect in a bit. Give me a moment, please. I'm still here. Give me a moment. Okay. I'm connected. So I hope this one is going to be better. All right. So, guys, thank you so much for still hanging on. I'm so happy you're still here. Thank you for still remaining here. All right. So, I'm trying to say my piece of advice to you, customers, when you take your car to your mechanic, when you bring it to horse mechanics, make sure you're frantic enough, be detailed enough, be sincere enough, and say everything that's wrong with your car. There must be a reason why you left your house, burning some gas to navigate your way to your service provider, to your mechanic. So say everything in details. If you don't know the technical names, describe the symptoms you wanted to complain about and ensure you do that in details. Don't leave out any detail. Don't mask any detail. Be detailed about whatever I want to say. That's very important in helping your mechanic know what's wrong with your car. And most often, if those symptoms are properly described, I can bet you it's going to take your mechanic the lesser time to diagnose, inspect, troubleshoot, and unravel the problem of what's causing your car that problem. But the moment you try to mask a complaint or a symptom and you say half of it or part of it, or you don't even mention the main symptom, you're going to be having a issue with your mechanic because it's going to be giving you problems. So in this case, I told you the client that brought that car, oh my God, see who we have here. It's Mika. I call him Miko. Miko, how are you doing, my guy? I'm so happy to see you today. Thank you for joining my live stream. Thank you so much. Don't forget to double tap to like this video. I'm so happy to have you today. Lots of love to you, Miko. Lots of love. I'm sorry. I'm holding on to my phone with the other hand, so I can't complete the heart, but lots of love for you. Thank you so much. How you day? Waiting the sup? Waiting the happen? How today now? Today for Nigeria, the cloud just cover everywhere like blanket, but we no complain. Even though the rain they drop small, small, things they happen, but it go happen for good. Miko, I'm happy to have you here. Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro. Yeah, thanks, bro. All right. So he complained about only a warm heart start. Yeah, we know they complain. Miko, we know they complain. Yes. Today we know complain and we move. And the best will happen for us. That's the spirit, man. That's the spirit, man. Yeah. Yeah. So much love. So much love. Thank you so much, Miko. Thank you so much. So the client came in, brought the car, complained about a warm heart start. I discovered later there's a cold heart start after fixing the warm heart start. And now I confirmed with the owner who sent someone. Oh, that's great. Miko is saying it's cloudy over there too. It's cloudy down here too. And I came from church. Much love. Oh, thank you so much. I just came from church too, though. I had some series of meetings after the service. So it took me a while to get back from church. And right after I got back from church, I just jumped onto this live. I'm happy that you're here. Thank you so much for the so much love you're showing me. Thank you so much, Miko. Miko, what's for lunch? I know it's gonna be about maybe a few minutes to one. Yeah, it should be 12:49 over there. Or are you in the West Coast? If you're in the West Coast, probably it's gonna be 1:49. So what's for lunch? What's for lunch? What are you doing? Are you eating out or are you making lunch by yourself? Or do you have, already prepared meal yesterday that you left in the freezer and you want to microwave for this afternoon? Oh, Miko is saying, I don't see the church outfit, bro. So he's trying to say, I can't see the church outfit. Are you talking about my outfit? You talking about my outfit? If you're talking about my outfit, how am I gonna do this now? Okay, if you're talking about my outfit, let me see what I can do. Okay. Yeah, this is my outfit. Let me show you. Yeah, this is my outfit. Can you see it? Yeah, this is my outfit. Did you see me? Okay, Miko is saying, I don't know what I'm eating today, and I'm in the East Coast. So in the East Coast, so you should be 12:51 right now. Yeah, about 12:51 right now. Yeah, Miko, do you like my outfit? What do you think about my outfit? Yeah. So like I was trying to say, I had confirmed with the car owner that hey, when I was trying to take the details from him over the phone, like I said earlier, he sent someone to bring me the car. So he sent someone to bring me the car. So when I asked him what's the complaint, he said warm heart start. He described it and he confirmed that it's warm heart start. And I asked him to confirm, do you have the same situation early in the morning when the engine is cold and not started at all? When you're trying to start the engine for the first time in the day, does it hesitate? Does it linger before it catches and run? Oh, Miko, thank you so much. Miko is saying, yes, I love the outfit, bro. And you're on point with the time. You're really smart. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Love back to you, Nicole. So much love. I love you, bro. I love you. I love you, bro. I love you. Thank you so much. Miko. Miko. Salute. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Miko. Thank you. So I want to get something you said with the time. You're really smart. Time. Do you mean are you trying to like encourage me on the time of the live stream? Is that what you're trying to say? Yes, salute, bro. Salute, bro. Oh, I see blue love. Blue love is cool. Thank you, Miko. Are you trying to talk about the time? Like, the time is good. Is that what you're trying to say? So, I tried to confirm with this guy, and he said no cold start issue. And here I am experiencing cold start issue. I was trying to double check myself that maybe we did something that caused another thing. So, we fixed one thing and affected another thing. So after we checked our processes and we were sure that what we did was on point, what we did was right, we dry ran it, we tested what we replaced, what was faulty before, and we replaced with a good unit. We retested the good unit, which was the VVT High Ho CV. And okay, Miko is saying no, you were talking about East Coast and West Coast time and was on point with it. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I've got a family in that region, so I had to, put the timing in my head. Yeah, I have some friends around there, some friends from Nigeria, and some, you know, citizens of the U.S. over there who are my friends. So I had to stick the time in my head so that I can know what the time they are at when I'm trying to reach out to them. And mostly, I have a special someone in the U.S. Someone in the yeah, in the East Coast. Yeah, in the East Coast. So, you know, have to just know, what's special to me. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for admiring that, for complimenting that. I really appreciate that. So as I was saying, so this guy made me to start double checking my processes, made me to start doubting what I did. So after confirming that my repairs were on point, my processes were on point, the fix was actually sustained, then I was like mad within myself that there's no guarantee this guy said the truth. I mean, in full. So I picked up my phone and I called the guy that brought the car for the owner. If you followed me from the beginning, I mentioned that the owner was not in town, so he sent a friend to bring the car. So now I reached out to the guy that brought the car, the friend of the owner who brought the car. Hello, how are you doing? Okay, I think I sent him a voice note and I asked him, "Hey guy, what's up? How are you today?" And I told him, "Please, what have you experienced with the car the day you were bringing it to the workshop that that fateful morning? What did you experience with the car? Did it start right away or did it take a while before it started? What did you experience? Can you recall and can you share with me?" And he responded to say, No, the car did not start right away. The car started like on the third or on the fourth crank. He explained it. He doesn't know the terms, but he explained that he had to crank and crank and crank like 3 or 4 times before he was able to get the car to run. And I was like, oh wow. And he replied again that this is not the first time it is happening. It has been happening like before. And he went ahead to tell me that, hey, they've taken this car to different other mechanics and they've not been able to unravel the situation. They've tried to administer some level of fixes and they were not able to get it. And that's why they brought it to you. And I was like, in my mind, why did the owner of the car tell me that he's only having a warm heart start? Why is he giving such a misleading information? Why is he trying to put me on my toes for something I could have just easily, look at the table of faults and fix in my mind and be able to maybe have an educated guess that'll be more direct in approaching the fix of this vehicle? Why is it giving me so much stress? I had to spend a couple of days on this car to unravel the situation. I did one and I saw that there are others laying on the first one. It's a cascaded situation. And I was like, why does it have to stress me this much? I was not happy, but I can't vent my frustration on the owner of the car because, yeah, even though I'm aware that he has his ways of he uses some kind of people like other people. It is when he's not having solution he comes to me. I appreciate the fact that he sees me as a solution bringer. I appreciate the fact that he brings me money. If I have all the skills and people don't patronize me, people don't trust my service, then I'm gonna starve. My family is gonna starve. I will not be able to send my children to school. So, although we have free basic education here, but it's not qualitative enough. So if you really want to send your children to school and you want them to learn in a real good environment, you have to pay real good, maybe through your nose sometimes, to get them through good education, and that costs a fortune. So if I don't get these guys to trust my service and bring their cars, even though it has given them a lot of migraine, taking it to different places and they could not afford to get it fixed, then they bring it to me as a last resort. And I'm happy for the fact that I'm able to fix their problems. So, guys, if you're just joining, thank you so much for joining my video. No, I'm not bitter, I'm not hungry. I'm just trying to say what is, and maybe you can pick an advice or the other, from what I'm trying to say, because customers can either make the work easy for a mechanic or make it so difficult for a mechanic. So the details you gotta relate to your mechanic is gonna make his life easy trying to fix your problem, or it's gonna make it so difficult to fix your problem. So see it like this, you know, we all at one point or the other has had to get ourselves to the hospital. Excuse me, let me take some water. Water is actually good for the body. Yeah, it's actually good for the body. Okay, so we all must have, at one point or the other, taken ourselves to the hospital for one condition or the other. You can all recall that your doctor must have, at those different times, interrogated you, asked you a couple of things. Do you feel pain here? How do you feel in the morning? Do you have appetite? Do you feel nausea? Gonna ask, depending on what you're complaining, and with his understanding plus experience, it's gonna ask a couple of questions. How's it feeling over here? How's it feeling over here? The stomach pain situation. Uh, does it pain you when you've not eaten in the day? Does it pain you when you've just eaten light or when you've eaten heavy? How about fluid? How does it feel when you take fluid in abundance or in reduced quantity? Then he can now think, okay, maybe this is what you're trying to complain, relating it to the case files of yesteryears, of days back, weeks back, months back, and try to prescribe it a test or two for you. But if you give the wrong information, if you have stomach pain and you say, hey, I've got this headache, okay, you have a lingering stomach pain that won't go, whether you're hungry or you're filled, whether you drink a fluid or you take solid food, and you tell your doctor, hey, I have headache, and the headache won't go, whether I eat or not. Maybe it goes when I take a long sleep. That way you're gonna mislead the doctor. The doctor might be thinking of migraine or headache, or might even be thinking of a brain tumor. And you're gonna be misleading the doctor. No matter how experienced he is, he's gonna prescribe the wrong test, and you're gonna spend a lot of money. Or if you're on insurance, you're gonna blow a good part of your insurance on nothing, because they are not spirits. They will only act according to your complaints. And the same way, you don't go to the hospital telling the doctor, hey, hello doctor, how are you today? I'm here to get my health fixed, maybe something like that. And doctor says, what exactly do you want to do? What do you want us to do? What do you want us to fix? You don't go about telling doctor, fix everything about my body. It's not done. It doesn't work that way. You don't tell your doctor, fix everything about my body. That's not gonna be possible, because I trying to say that a doctor should fix your hair. Maybe you're bald somewhere, maybe you're bald here or something. Doctor fix that too. How does the doctor get every of the details? Maybe you even have halitosis of the mouth. How's it gonna know you have that? Or maybe you're wearing a hat and you have alopecia, scantiness of the hair on the head. How's it gonna know if you don't complain about it? Is he gonna tell you to go naked so that he can check everything physically and run all the scans in the wall to see whether you're good? So, what I'm trying to say is that the details of the complaints that you log to your doctor will determine the finesse of the accuracy with which he's gonna give you a relevant test to your situation. So, likewise, I am saying in the same vein that when you go to a mechanic, I'm a mechanic. When you come to me or you go to my other colleagues around the world to get your cars fixed, make sure you're detailed and sincere about the symptoms you relate to your mechanic, because those symptoms will either lead him right through the bullseye, right on point, or it's going to lead him astray. You know, if you're coming to Nigeria from the US, for example, no matter where you are, you should be flying due east from the US, no matter where you are in the US. When you come into Nigeria, Nigeria is at 0 degrees longitude. I mean, sorry. Yeah, I think around plus 15 degrees. Yes, around plus 15 degrees longitude. So wherever you are in the US, you should be flying due east. That's how to get to Nigeria. That's how to get to Africa, and point your angles right as a pilot to navigate to Nigeria. So now, if your client is giving information to fly due west, well, due west definitely by the time you go round across the Pacific, you pass through Eurasia, you get to the eastern part of Africa, you still eventually get to Nigeria, but it's gonna be kind of a longer route. That's not too bad. It's bad. Yeah, it's bad, but not the worst thing in the world. But now when your client tells you it describes that my problem is due not. So you're gonna fly due not. So if you're gonna fly due not, there's a very slim chance that you will get to Nigeria. But there are more chances that you will never get to Nigeria. Even if you go around the world 10 times, do not. There is a very wide range of chances that you will never get to Nigeria. And that's how germane the details and the accuracy of those details given to your mechanic it really is in the real sense. That's what I'm trying to say. The complaint of this client misled us. Yeah, actually, the only complaint he gave, which was the Walmart start, was a existence. Yes, that was happening to the car, but that's not all about the car. It's not all about the car. So it was the person that brought in the car that was giving me the other details that, hey, yeah, when I was bringing it that fateful day, by the time I started the car early in the morning, it would crank but would not start until about the third or the fourth time. And I was like, what? And he was generous enough to give me the details, being that he was close to this owner. He didn't know what I was trying to find out. He was close to this owner. So I believe he has been driving this owner's car, for a couple of times. And he was just sincere and frantic towards me and said, this thing has been happening for a while, like a real good while now. And the car was not going to start. And sometimes, even when you drive it and you park it and you want to start it, after some minutes, it's still not going to start. And I was like, so these details are there. And he even went ahead to tell me that it hesitates. Sometimes it loses power whether you're driving on the busy way or on the freeway, you know, sometimes it's just gonna, you know, tug and it's gonna kind of hesitate and lose power. Not losing power totally, but it's gonna hesitate. You're giving it gas and it's hesitating to move. It's not giving you a commensurate speed according to how you press the throttle. That's kind of you know frustrating and can be a very, very dangerous situation. So it was the person that brought in the car that was giving me these details. The owner of the car just gave me one out of three. So we pressed on our investigation and we discovered that, hey, this car has a fuel pressure loss. We tracked it, checked the fuel system, the injector. Mind you, this car is a 2010 Toyota Camry, and it's a good car, real good car. You know, it's a four-cylinder engine, which is a bit easier to work on. But the four-cylinder engines are in two variants. So, if I'm not mistaken, you have the two ARFE. Yeah, the two ARFE comes with, I think, the 2008, 2009, 10, and 11 models. And you have the 2AZFE. The 2AZFE comes with the 2006 and 2007, and probably part of the 2008 models. So they're real good engines. Just that for those two engines, I know it is notoriously known. I've seen it firsthand to burn oil prematurely. I mean, maybe at 80,000 miles, 120,000 miles, you start burning some oil. If you don't take care of your oil maintenance regime so well. So that's something that I still want to talk about towards the end of this video. But in this situation we're talking about, we discovered the fuel low fuel pressure situation. We fixed that, and I observed, on a particular day when this car was still in the workshop, while I was still troubleshooting, I remembered I checked the oil level. I picked up the dipstick, checked the oil level. It was right in the middle, between the minimum and the maximum level. And I was like, why is the oil low? I checked, the oil was not changed at my facility. It was done somewhere else. So I checked the sticker for the oil change. Thank you guys for joining my live stream. Please don't forget to double tap to like this video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm glad that you're here. I'm happy that you're here. And I'll be glad to see you again. And the only way you get to see when I'm live or when I post a content or a video that's informative about fixing your car or making your car run great is by subscribing and turning on the notifications. So thank you guys as you do that. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to double tap on my face to like this video. Please, I'm begging you, I'm pleading, I'm asking. It doesn't cost you anything to double tap to like this video. Thank you so much as you do that. God bless you. All right, so like I was saying, I check the oil level, I check the coolant level. Well, as a matter of fact, there was no coolant in the car. It is water. So it's water that is being used in the car radiator. So I checked that. I saw that the oil was right in the middle between the maximum and minimum. And I checked the water level. I told you there was no coolant, it was just water. And I saw immediately I opened the lid of the radiator, the pressure cap. So it's not just a cap, it's not just a cover, it's a pressure cap. So immediately I opened it, I discovered that it gassed. So, but I didn't. I was trying to observe what kind of, gassing is this. Like, is it sucking? Is it suction gassing, or is it uh uh how will I put it? Like, is it negative pressure which is sucking in, or is it positive pressure which is pushing out? So I wasn't able to observe that because I was not expecting that in the first place. So I topped the water off. It took quite a lot of water, quite a lot of water. Please, guys, don't forget to double tap to like this video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. So I filled it up, it got to the brim, and I closed the pressure cap. I put back the dipstick, and the next day, which was the day I fixed the fuel pressure situation, guess what? Guess what? Before I go ahead, guys, please don't forget to give me your likes. It doesn't cost you anything to show some love by double tapping on my face. Double tap on my face and you're gonna give me a like, and also tap on the subscribe button if you've not done that before. Thank you so much. And you can also as well let me know where you're watching from. Let me know where you're watching from. Give a shout out, say hello, give a compliment, or ask a question about your car or someone else's car or a situation you really want to understand. Okay, so the second day I came back believing that okay, no more cold at start. I was able to check that out. The previous day we fixed the warm hard start. The second day we fixed the cold hard start. We tested it. We let it go cold, sit cold for 1 hour. Tested it. It was fine. Started right. That's like a warm hard start. We left it for about 6 hours. The engine was cold to touch. We started the engine, started right away, no hesitation to starting, and we were good with that. So I wanted to come the next day to check when it is cold, like freaking cold in the morning, and I tried to start the engine, and it took me like the fourth or the fifth time before it started, and I was like, "What is this?" While we're chasing the problem, and the problem will seem like it's cooperating and it's staying close, and we're grabbing the problem, putting it in the cage. And by the time we look away from the cage, the problem seemed to have disappeared and ran far ahead of us, and we have to go and pick up a chase to pick a problem again. It's kind of, what's this? I know about the spiritual things. I know about God. I know about devil. I know about spirits, demons. But when it comes to things of principle, I isolate demons, spirits, angels, God from things that God have put the principles there. So no demon can change the law of gravity. Have not seen that before. So no demon can inflict on you and make you find yourself in a situation whereby when you jump, you don't come back to the ground. I have not seen that before. Well, maybe in your dream it can happen, but in this real physical material world, the principle God have designed remains. So when you jump up, if a demon casts a spell or whatever on you, it's not going to stop you from coming down. So I believe in principles. And when it comes to science and technology, those fields rely on principles. Yeah, God principles, which are, codified as laws, Newton law of motion, you know, um, um, Gay-Lussac's law, Bohr's law, Charles' law, uh, um, Avogadro's law, Avogadro's constant, and stuff like that. You have a lot of laws. Those laws, yeah, they were, let me say, they were identified and represented to the public by those people those laws are named after. But those are laws of God. God created them. Whatever you believe in, as long as you believe that there's a God, even if we don't agree his name is God, the creator created those laws. So the one who created his universe put those laws there, and those laws don't change. Whether the world metamorphoses or not doesn't change, or it hasn't changed rather. So G is still approximately 10 meters per second square. That's acceleration due to gravity. So I believe in principles. So I will not start praying and casting out demons from the engine. It's a engine, baby, and you have to deal with it according to the laws. There are laws by which it runs, and if you understand the laws and the principles, then you know what is off, and you bring it back to measure, and the principle is going to answer right in the same way it's supposed to answer. So that's what I believe. I know some certain people when they're working on a car and they fall into a cycle of a chase for a problem or a fault, and they're not getting the solution. I know some people that are gonna start holding videos, joining hands in prayers and praying. Well, good for them, but I'm not gonna do that with them because not that I don't know that there is a God, I believe in God, but this is not a situation about God. This is a situation about the principles God put in place that some certain men put together to form a system that's going to answer to some certain principles of God. And now one of the principles is off, making that contraption or that device not to work any longer. Now you're going to look for that part of the principle that was off, that principle that's been disobeyed by that device. And once you get the principle that is off, and you know how to put it back on the right track, and that principle is now back on the right track, then you get the engine to run. That's how this works. So I kept checking, and I was thinking, what if we are having an ingress or ingression of water, which is supposed to be coolant, but in this case is water, into the combustion chamber? What if that's the case? Plus the issue of the warm heart start, the VVTI OCV that's open, the computer confirmed that, and we were able to confirm that. We checked the circuit was good. We replaced the OCV, and the code never came back again. Now, we checked the pressure of the fuel system, it was dropping real bad, and we fixed that, and the pressure was holding as it should. So now We're having a hard start again, the third day, the third morning. Now a cold hard start again. After we've confirmed our fix held up the previous day. So what's happening? And I was running crazy in my head. This car was supposed to be picked up today, and what is happening for crying out loud? You know, it's kind of looking mysterious to me. Oh my God! See who we have here. It is Glory Okafor. Glory Okafor. No, 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 my sister. No, no. Welcome. How are you doing? Thank you so much, Glory Okafor. Please don't forget to double tap to like my video. Thank you for saying hello. Oh, she's just passing by and she decided to say hello to me and to my community. Thank you so much. No, no, Imela. Yeah, I see that you've liked the video. Thank you so much, Imela. Kedu Kodi. How are you doing today? Yeah, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. Did you go to church today? And what did you wear to church today? Did you wear English wear? Or did you wear your traditional wear? Or maybe another Nigerian traditional wear? Did you put a very big headgear on your head? Or did you rock your hairstyle, long, bone straight? Or how did you do it? So, how was service today? And if you don't mind, you can share with us, maybe in one sentence, what you learned in church, what was preached about, You can share with us. Let's partake from a blessing. It's gonna be good that we get to partake of the blessings. Sorry, guys, my kids were trying to throw tantrums, and I had, hey, please, I'm doing a live stream. Please be good. All right. Oh, you said you went to church. That's very good. Thank you so much for responding to that. I'm happy to know you went to church and it was good. Do you want to share what you learned in church? Maybe one, two, three, four, five sentences, or even want to win our souls. It's gonna be good. And you didn't even answer the part where I said, "Did you rock a native attire? Did you put a very big headgear, or you rocked your nice looking hair? Or how did you do it?" Okay. So as we wait for Glory to give a response, which I appreciate that Glory was here or is here rather and is vibing with us. Thank you so much. While we wait for her to give us the response, I know it's gonna be sweet responses. I'm having a feeling she rocked a big headgear. Oh, I'm sorry about your network issues, Glory. I'm so sorry about that. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. So when we're having on that third day, we're having the cold hard start. On the day we're supposed to deliver the car, and I was getting crazy because the car is not going to start on time, and we've chased the cold start situation, hard start situation, and we'll fix them, not knowing that apart from those two situations or two problems we fixed, there's another big elephant in the room that I was not even thinking about before, even though I suspected it, but I was not looking at that. So, oh, Glory responded. She said she she rocked the English wear, no wig, no bone straight, no bone whatever. She has a natural hair. Oh wow, that's good to know. That's good to know. Oh, that's good to know. Wow. So, do you want to share the topic that was taught in your church, or you want to hold on to the teachings for yourself? You don't want to share. I know you want to share. Share with us. What part of the teaching did you learn from, and what struck you so much from your pastor? And do you want to share one sentence, two sentences, or a few more sentences? I'd like to know. Thank you very much. Okay, so how I began to suspect maybe we are having an incursion of water into the head gasket, but I didn't have any evidence. I don't know, maybe they've not checked the coolant level for months or thereabout. So I don't know if the water I had to top in the radiator the previous day was just normal. So I just did that because, okay, I got to see that the water was low. I topped it off, and that was because I don't want it to be like it came to a mechanics workshop. I saw it that the water was low and I couldn't top it off. Now, if it was to be coolant, if I saw that it's going to take so much coolant, I may not have topped it off. I would just call the attention of the owner so I can get some coolant and top it off, or ask me or pay me to get the coolant and top it off. But because it's water, no coolant in the radiator, it's just water. So I was able to top it off, and the next day I saw a surprise. I mean, a real surprise. Okay, Glory has responded. Thank you, Glory. Glory saying, I learned that as a child of God, I should watch over my heart and need to constantly live a holy life. Wow, that's good. So, for you to constantly live a holy life, you have to watch your heart. So, you have to guard your heart with all diligence, because out of it comes the issues of life. There's a scripture that says that. That's very good to know. That's profound. And Glory, thank you so much for sharing. Lots of love for you. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. If you have more you want to share with us, go ahead. You know, I believe even though not everybody on this in this community are Christians, but many of the people watching right now and even what that are going to watch later will be interested to know. So if you have more to share, fine. But if you're good with this, I'm grateful enough that you were even able to share this with us. Thank you so much. So I believe, Glory, you're in Nigeria. What part of Nigeria are you watching from? Yeah, thank you. God bless you too. Glory is saying, God bless you, my brother. Thank you. God bless you too, Glory. And I'm extending Glory's blessing of God to everyone watching this video and everyone in my community. God bless you all for watching my video and for giving me support, for liking my videos, for subscribing to my channel. God bless you all. So I'm sure Glory wants to say something else to us, something to encourage us. Let's see what Glory has to say to us. Okay, while we wait for that, let me continue my story about what happened last week. I'm not, you know, venting. I'm not, like terribly hungry, but I was pained. I'm good now, but I was pained that the client didn't say the exact thing that was wrong with the car and gave us just part of the story. So the surprise I said we saw was that third day, when we are still having a repeated cold hard start after we fixed it the previous day, I got to check the pressure again. I had to double check myself again, check the pressure of the fuel system again. It's still holding, it's still fine. As a matter of fact, I left the fuel pressure gauge on the fuel line till the next morning, and it wasn't zero yet. It was still holding positive pressure. So meaning that our repair on the fuel sending unit was good. So cranking it even with the fuel pressure tester still attached and we having a hard start was a surprise to me, like a rude shock. It's a rude shock. And after I observed that, and I started thinking, hope it's not the what's it called? Hope it's not the head gasket failure I'm thinking about before, because I remembered there was a certain afternoon I started this engine when the car was brought, maybe the first day or the second day, and I got to go, I had to go behind the car, and I saw from the tailpipe a lot of, steam coming out. And I was shocked that, what's this? Could the weather be so humid that we had to have condensation coming out of the exhaust? Yeah, condensation comes out of a good engine that has good compression and good combustion process. Yeah, I know that. But I was surprised because I feel that at that time of the day where everywhere was hot, I shouldn't have that much condensation. That's what I felt. I shouldn't be having that much condensation. I was like, where is this condensation coming from? Okay, maybe it's normal. Maybe the condensation had built up in the exhaust system. So, the water vapors were locked there. And by the time the exhaust pipe was heated up, so probably it's vaporized the water vapors and it came out. Okay, I noticed that. That's why, at every point we have to observe every of the things that we could see, we could feel, we could, hear. All of those adding to the tools we could deploy, the tools we have available, will help us to know what exactly is the culprit about the complaints that were laid to us. Oh, thank you, Lizzie. Lizzie is saying, "Oh boy, you're so smart. You know your onion so well. Kudos." Lizzie, thank you so much. Lot of love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Lots of love. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Lizzie. I'm happy to know that you're still here watching. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so guys, if you're just joining, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So click the subscribe button and don't forget to double tap on my face to like this video. I'll be glad that you do that. Thank you so much, guys. All right, this video is going to be coming to an end in about 28 minutes, but I still will be glad if you guys to stay around till the end. I still have something I want to tell you guys, which I know is going to be beneficial to you. So please don't slide to the next live stream. Just stay here. And I'm grateful that you were here in the first place. And I'm grateful that you're still staying, that you're still right here. Thank you so much. All right. So I was suspecting, based on everything I've observed, and I know that you could have a very, very, very annoying hard start, whether warm or cold hard start. When you have, an aggravated head gasket failure. So I was like, okay, what's the situation we have here? All right. So I went back to check the oil level on the dipstick, and I saw that the oil level that I had registered in my mind to be right in the middle, like smack spot on in the middle between the minimum and the maximum level of the dipstick, I was seeing that it has gotten closer to the three-quarter level of the dipstick. And I was like, what? No, I remembered so well. I saw this very well. Like, I paid good observation to this. Oh, Lizzie is saying, why aren't you using a stand to hold the phone? Yeah, my stand is faulty, so I just have to hold my phone like this because if I try to, improvise to put it on the stand, it might fall and I might get to damage my phone, and I don't want to do that. So that's why I have to hold it like this. But I hope I'll be able to maybe get the stand fixed or get another one very soon. Thank you very much for observing that and thanks for caring. Thank you so much. So, why did the water level rise? I mean, why did the oil level rise? Oil does not expand when it gets cold. So, why did it rise? Even when engine oil warms up and even gets hot, it might thin out a bit. Maybe a slight expansion, but not something very significant that will move from, 1 over 2 to, let's say, 3 over 5. It doesn't work that way. So I was like puzzled, what's happening here? So either oil was added externally, or something else added to the oil and make the oil increase in volume. So, okay, what could easily be the material or the fluid that added to the oil? The closest fluid in the engine, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the only other fluid in the engine, but running on different circuits, different circuits or different channels, they don't mix oil and the other one, is water. So, could water have found its way and had an incursion into the combustion chamber, leaking through between the piston skirt, right through between the piston rings and the cylinder walls, down into the crankcase or the sump or the bottom pan? And I was like, oh wow, maybe that's what happened. So I went back to check the coolant, and I saw that the coolant had gone down again. And I remembered, oh God, guys, we have someone special here today. It's Mr. Dad's family. Mr. Dad, you're welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Mr. Dad said had to pop in and say hi, Camo. So he calls me Camo. He called me Camo. So I'm the Camo, the ace mechanic. So he's calling me Camo. To say and give a like. Oh, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for the like. Thanks for the like. Thanks for the like, Mr. Dad. Thank you so much for stopping by to say hello, to give a quota of the support. Thank you so much. I'm grateful. I'm happy. I'm excited. Lots of love, Mr. Dad. Lots of love, lots of love. Thank you so much. How's your family, Mr. Dad? How are your kids? And how is your Sunday going? What's up with you? So I know you're in the US and you should be at noon right now. In Nigeria, it is 6:37 right now. Yeah, 6:37 right now. So I know it should be about 1:37 or 2:37 at your hand right now, Mr. Dad. Thank you so much. Oh my God. See who we have here. We have Bubble Gum and Shoestring Racing. This is a hot rod maestro in the house today. Guys, please say hello to Bubblegum and Shoestring Racing. Thank you so much. It's been a while. How are you as a family, as a kids? How's everyone in your household? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, I remember Bubblegum and Racing is Brian. Yes, Brian, thank you for stopping by. And Mr. Dad, thank you. Mr. Dad is saying much love, buddy. And the kids are great and family is good, and we're about to go to a carnival. Oh, carnival is great. That's awesome. Oh, I hope you're gonna be having a wonderful time at the carnival. Stay safe. I don't know how you're gonna do it. Make sure your kids are close by you. I don't know how the carnival is gonna be. Maybe it's gonna be rowdy, but make sure you put up a safe practice so that you don't get to lose your kids or look for them, or you don't want to have a stampede. So I wish you well. Have fun. Take a lot of pictures so that you can have good memories, of the carnival. That's good to know. Oh my God, we have Tina Marie in the house. Tina Marie. Tina, thank you so much. Thank you for still hanging on. I'm so happy that you're still here. Thank you so much. Thanks for the love. Are you done driving? Are you packed? Are you home? Are you good? Thank you so much. What's for lunch, Tina? What's for lunch? Are you having lunch or you're fasting through lunch? And is it until dinner? And bubblegum shoestring raisin. Racing Brian is saying, doing good. How about you? I'm fine. I'm good. Even though the weather is cold. No, no, no. The weather is not really cold. It's cloudy. It's dark here. Like I said earlier, it's 6:39 p.m. But It's still a bit odd. You can see I'm having a oily face and I have to wipe my face every now and then, it's a bit hot and I'm having a oily face. So trying to play with the light a bit. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine, Bubblegum. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Brian. Brian, it's been a while. It's been a while, and it's exciting that you're here now. Mr. Dad says these seven kids are going to be wanting to ride everything. I don't know how you're gonna share yourself into seven to keep a eye on them. I don't know. Maybe you release them, maybe two at a time. So out of the seven, five stay with me, two go ride, jump on the horse, jump on the what, jump on the what have you. And when those two retreat, then another two we go because I if they're actually kids, it's gonna be very hectic. I hope you're gonna be finding a solution to that. But make sure you take a lot of pictures. Memories are not something you can really bring by. You can't print things from your mind once the event is gone. So why not capture the moment in a frame where you can, upload somewhere safe and somewhere it can be protected and you can get to recall it anytime across your time frame in life. That's gonna be sweet. So Tina Mari say I'm packed at the laundromat. Oh, good, 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 good. Thank you so much for still hanging on, Tina. I'm so happy that you still, came around, despite that you're driving. I'm sure you even hooked up, still watching while driving, having it running. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Brian, who is the bubble gum and shoestring racing maestro, is saying, why are you dressed up? Do you have plans? Okay, let me say I had plans. Thanks for your question. Yeah, I had plans, but the plans have reeled out already. So this is how I went to church. I don't know if you can see me, but this is how I went to church. Yeah, maybe I can make it, a bit obvious. Let me see. Okay, this is how I went to church. This is my wear. So you like what you see? Yeah, that's how I went to church. So it was right after I got back from church. I had to jump onto this live. So I know my community will be itching to see me. It looks like the sky is blue. It's not blue. The camera is deceiving. It's cloudy, super dark and cloudy. The camera is hiding its tint and effect. Okay. So Mr. Dad is saying, I'm used to going crazy with all these kids in public. Laugh out loud. No, they are well behaved. These are great kids. Oh, you're so lucky to have great kids. So you don't have to worry about, having to chase them about and scream your lungs out. So it's, very, very, very good. So I think I'm going to give you kudos. You know, Before I used to think you're very good dad. So, but now I think I'm gonna say you're a great dad. For you to have kids, you could vouch for that. They're not gonna make you scream out your lungs. Wow, that's a big deal, a real big deal. So I'm happy to hear that. You're a great dad, Mr. Dad. That's good. So Brian is saying I was going to guest church. Yeah, church. So I went to church like this. Tina Mary is throwing her eyes at me. Oh, I hope I catch it and it doesn't fall into the rocks. Okay. So, Brian, how did your day go? Are you back from church or you didn't do church? Did you do yoga or you were meditating under a tree? How did your Sunday go? Okay, while we have wait the response from Brian, uh, and while Tina tells us why she's throwing her eyes at me, so let me go on with my story. So if there's anything you don't understand, you can ask, but it's a story of something that happened within my week last week. Guys, I'm so grateful that you guys are here. Thank you so much that you came around. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the bouquet. Thank you for joining the conversation. For those who joined for the first time, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love. I know you're intentional for you to have given such a support at this time. You are very intentional. Thank you so much. Brian is saying, I ended up getting 12 stickers in my forehead. Wait, let me be sure that it's something I'm supposed to laugh at so that I'm not going to piss off my very good supporter. So I ended up getting 12 stickers. So, Brian, I'm sober now. I'm sober, so I'm not laughing. I would draw the laughter because I don't know. Maybe I should laugh in the first place. I ended up getting 12 stickers in my forehead. I stood up in the corner of my toolbox. What's this? Okay, I stood up into the corner of my toolbox. Cuts me deep. That sounds like some kind of laceration by the edge of your toolbox. That doesn't sound funny. I'm so sorry that I laughed. So you you had some, oh, 12 stitches. Wow. Okay, you mean you had a cut when you placed your head over your toolbox that cut you deep, and you had to have 12 stitches. So just one cut, but 12 stitches cut you deep. I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry about that. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry. So was that today? When was that? When did that happen, Brian? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. How does it feel now? Is it still sore? Has a stitch been removed? Did it happen today? Yeah, he's saying no, it's all good. And he's saying no, sorry, it's all good. Friday morning. That was 2 days ago. I'm so sorry about that. So sorry. So you would have to change the placement of that toolbox. And at the same time, even if you change the placement for it to have cut your head, if it's at another level, it's going to cut whatever it cuts comes in contact with. So maybe you have to either dull the surface of the hedges or find a way. I know you're smart. Find a way to kind of maybe layer or clad the hedge such that it's not that sharp blade like um, edge, so that it can be safe for you to do something. Or you can even bend it, you can crimp it to bend it, so that it's kind of rolled over instead of being like a straight flat blade. It's curved like this, something like that. Maybe you can do that, whatever you have to do. Yeah, live and learn, but painfully so, there are some lessons you don't want to learn. I'm happy it's just a cut, but I hope it's not going to affect your look. Looking in the mirror for a couple of weeks now, you're going to be seeing that mark. And sorry, I want to banter at you on this. You're going to remember, I don't know if you know the Bible or if you're a Christian, you're going to feel like, looks like the mark that was placed on Cain. What a, you kind of, I don't know. Uh, that's how I'm going to feel like, what's this mark, conspicuously on my identity, you know? But I believe it's going to heal. I believe it's going to heal. I'm sorry about the cut, the stitch, but I'm happy that it wasn't something that maybe made you lose a vital organ, or maybe your eyes, or something. I'm so happy that you're good and you're up. Thank God that you're good. Brian is saying I was joking with the doctor to pull. So I was joking with the doctor to pull it tight, to pull the wrinkles out low. Okay, so like to pull the wrinkles of your forehead, to pull it very tight, right? So that if he stitches it very tight, all the existing wrinkles are gonna go. Yeah, I get that. That's funny, and I hope your doctor laughed, and gave you a rebound of a laughter. You know, I understand that. You wanted to use the opportunity to do what the Botox was supposed to do. That's funny. Okay, but I'm happy that you're fine now. I'm happy that you're fine now. In the workshop, we gotta have different accidents. I know accidents exist outside the workshop too, in the kitchen, the sitting room, maybe on the field, in the garden. And I hate it when we have to get some pain and a scar before we could see a lesson. It pains me, but it happens no matter how wise you are, it happens. Oh yeah, you have to make light of any situation that you find yourself in. Yeah. If I'll put that in other words, I'll say you have to learn how to be unserious about deep, painful, serious situations, so that you not just be too serious with life and sustain some pain with the situation you're going through. I get that. I get that. I get that. You're right. You're right. Okay. So back to my story, guys. Please hang on. Hang on. This live stream is going to an end in about 10 minutes. So when I saw that the engine oil has increased from midpoint, that's 1/2 to about 3/5, I was like, something added to this. No one in the workshop added oil to the oil fill hole. So how did this increase from 1/2 to 3/5? So I went ahead to check the coolant level, which was water in this case, and I was able to see that the water I put in the previous evening, which after I put the water, I only ran the engine for less than a minute. Like, I'm so sure about that. I ran the engine for only less than a minute. So you could not tell me that the engine ran so hot that it had to, maybe leak water through somewhere. So I was like, what's happening? Oh, definitely, this water didn't drain to the ground. I could obviously see. It must have been the one that made its way into the engine oil. So, thank you, Brian. You got it. It's the head gasket. Yeah. So I went back to pull out the dipstick again, this time much more keenly, and I looked closely at it, and I could see looking like when you have tea. Now it's not like full-fledged milkshake. Maybe the dipstick could not pick it very well. It's gonna just have a dab on it, and I was able to see it's looking like tea without enough milk. When you have oil that's been spent, it's gonna be kind of brown. So it was like looking like a tea without adequate milk. And I was like, what? This looks like water. Coated my finger with a little and I rubbed it. I felt it was looking like emulsion, like this the onset of milkshake. This is milkshake. This is light quality milkshake. And I was like, oh my god, this is what I'm thinking. It's the head gasket. Even without running a pressure test on the cooling system, I could tell it's a head gasket. Then, with a little life in the engine, I cranked it to start. I started the engine and I gave it a soft rev. And I went to look at the back, at the tailpipe. And I saw it spitting out venom. Of course, I'm just joking. It was spitting out, water, like water, not just the steam coming out this time, spitting out water, droplets, something like that. And I was like, what? Then I turned off the engine. QED, the fault has been discovered. And I had to call the owner again. Hey, man. So this is the additional thing I'm getting to observe. So have you been topping off your water like regularly, frequently? He said he tops up his water every day, and it wasn't like that before. And I was like, "Oh my God, you missed how that detail when you were telling me you were having hard starts. Why will you miss that? He didn't tell me I was having cold hard start. He said he was having only warm hard start. He didn't tell me he was having loss of power and hesitation at intervals when driving on the freeway or maybe in regular city traffic. He didn't say that. He didn't also tell me he was having to top off water in the radiator more often. So he misled me. I fixed the warm hard start thinking that I'm done with that. And I later discovered there was cold hard start until I confirmed from the person who brought the vehicle for the owner. And he was telling me that this has been an issue that has been taken to different garages and they were not able to fix it. Okay. Brian is saying Ed Gasket. Yeah, Ed Gasket, you're right. And he also said, I had a model one time that tricked me. Wow. The model tricked you. It was a cracked cylinder wall. Oh my God, that's crazy. So you have to get another block. You have to get either another block or a complete new engine. So what did you do? What did you do, Brian? Did you just change the model? Did you replace it with a new unit, refurbished unit, or did you pick one? Pull out one from the junkyard or the what do you call this place? The what do you call this place where they put the parts that have been pulled from the junkyard and are put up for sale? Used parts. What do you call it? Yeah, I know the junkyard. Majorly a few friends I have in the US, they tell you that you can pay the official at the junkyard and put it the salvage yard. I think the salvage yard is also the junkyard, or is it different? So I'm talking about some guys go to the junkyard, pull out parts supposedly in good condition, and put it up for sale. I think they call it parts whatever, and you can go in and pay. So those parts are not as cheap as the junkyard, but somehow you can kind of be rest assured that the parts are in good condition, but they are used. So did you replace? Okay, I think I get it. You said you got from the junkyard. Oh, good, good. I know you're gonna pick the best engine there. So you're gonna look for a car that's clean but has a wreckage, and you can't be sure that the car died in active service. So you're not gonna pick a car that looks complete but ended up in the junkyard, because that might be that the transmission of the engine was toast and it was the reason why it was brought to the junkyard. But more often than not, from what I've heard, what I've seen, and what I could think logically, when you go to the junkyard, yeah, thank you, Brian. Yeah, thank you. And I'm learning from you guys too. Someday I'm gonna come to US either to visit or to stay for a couple of years or decades or maybe a lifetime. I don't know, but I like to come to the US someday. I like to, if possible, live legally in the US. Contribute my quota to this industry and a few other industries that I like to do some good thing, and make some money and make people smile solving their problems. So um I like to come to the US for real. I do. I really, really do. So when you see a car that is neat in the junkyard, you can go approach it for the body. Maybe the body parts, the trim, the liners, the door, the window, the windshield, if you can remove that carefully without breaking it. But if you're going for the engine to pull out a part from the engine, Don't go approach a neat car. What I mean by neat, the car should be neat. Yeah, looking like a fresh paint from the factory, looking like the first body, but you're gonna be safe if you're having a side collision or a very bad rear ending, like a car that has been rear-ended and has a squashed back. You can tell that the car was totaled because it got into an accident from a part that doesn't affect the engine. So when you pull out a engine or some substantial engine parts from such a car, you are sure that you're getting something good. Like, you may not even need to test. You can tell you're getting something good. And most of the time, the junkyard guys do the favor of, writing or slamming the mileage of the car on the car, either writing it on, either putting a sticker. So you got to have an idea of, okay, this car is a maybe 15-year-old car, like right out of factory, but this car has just spent 60,000 miles. And you'll be able to see that, oh, this car is fresh, for crying out loud. So the parts wouldn't have undergone a lot of stress. So definitely the part you're going to be pulling out of there is going to be good. All right, guys. So I said I want to be saying something towards the end of this video. We are gradually winding down. We have gotten to the last few minutes of this live stream, and I really appreciate you guys for coming. But it's not the end yet. It's not the end yet. So I want to bring an admonition. So car owners or prospective car owners, future car owners, current car owners, long time, decade ago car owners, I want to plead with you guys. Even if your car is new, make it a habit. Don't see it as a weight, don't see it as a responsibility. Make it a habit to check the vital fluids of your car, and to also monitor the instrument information, the instrument cluster, the gauge. Modern cars now have, the big screen that spans from the driver left side all the way to the center console. Good. Make sure you know every of the warning information, the calibrated gauges may be digitally rendered in form of figures or bars. You have temperature gauges, no longer having pointers on modern cars now. They have bars like blocks. So you have maybe the maximum is 10 blocks. So when you have 5 blocks, you're halfway. So if your temperature is right in the right spot, out of 10 blocks, you're gonna be having 5 blocks. Oh, Tina, thank you so much. Tina is still here. Thank you so much, Tina. Tina say, "Wow, it's dark there." Yeah, it's dark. Yeah, this is 7:02 p.m. in Nigeria, in Ibadan, Nigeria. Tina is saying hi again, and that hi is going to everyone. Thank you, Tina. Thank you for still being there. I'm happy you're here. You know that, right? So, when you get into your car and you start driving, make sure you pay attention to those gauges. Every bar, every figure, every light that displays on your instrument cluster, make sure you get to research on them, know what they're telling you about, know what exactly they're talking about. So don't just see it as, oh, everything looks colorful, especially if you are using a modern car. Especially those cars from about 2020 to date, they have more, digital display. Oh, Tina is saying, oh, you're in Nigeria. Oh, okay. Oh, well, I was in Ghana last night, but now I'm in Nigeria. Stop it. Stop it. You know I'm in Nigeria. I'm in Ibadan, Nigeria. But that might soon change. Maybe, who knows? Of course, I'm in Nigeria. Yeah, I'm in Nigeria. So, guys, I was saying that on your instrument cluster, make sure you know all the gauges there, those dials kind of stuff that looks like half a clock, having pointers and whatever that moves. Make sure you know what each of them means. The symbols, make sure you know what all of them are measuring, you don't want to have a lot of information, floating across your face, and you don't even know you're getting any information, even when it's giving you a warning, or even when everything is normal. So, Tina, yeah, I made you laugh out loud. You also made me laugh, because you know what you're doing. Yeah. So, make sure you know what every of those values are. Some people see you know, temperature indication on their LED, or rather LCD screen, and they don't know what it's talking about. Is it talking about the ambient temperature, which is the outside temperature? Is it talking about the inside, that's the in cabin temperature? You have to know what it's talking about. Or is it talking about the temperature of your engine? Where is your temperature gauge? What's or how is it, described or rendered on this car? You have to know what it is. Where's your fuel gauge? Where's your speedometer? Where is your RPM gauge or RPM dial or RPM information or RPM value? Because on some cars it's just figure, no dial like the classical old standard style. So you have to know all of this information. Every of the thing displayed, especially for those of you having a recent or late model vehicle, make sure that you know everything on your instrument cluster. Know what you're talking about. Know what each of the values means. Know what each of the alphabet means. Know what each of the symbols mean. Know what each of the value means. Know when it is normal, when it is below normal, when it is above normal. Oh my God. Yeah, we have someone here. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Adara is in the building. Yeah, shout out to you, Adara. Thank you so much for joining my live stream. I'm happy to have you here. Adara is from Kenya, and she has been, frequenting my live stream for a while now. Thank you so much, Adara. Thank you for joining. How are you doing today? Hi, is Kenya. Asante Sana. I used to say Ashanti Sana, but she helped me straighten it up. She corrected me that it's Asante Sana, not shh. So it's Asante Sana. Thank you. I think Asante Sana means how are you, right? Thank you so much. How are you today? How is Kenya? Is it hot? Is it cold? Is it rainy? I know it's dark right now in Kenya because Kenya is 2 hours ahead of Nigeria. So Kenya should be in to 9 by now. Oh, sorry. What am I saying? Past 9. 7 past 9 by now. Kenya iko mzuri. Did I call that right? Kenya iko mzuri. No, Kenya iko mzuri. 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 Did I call that right? And what's the meaning of that? Because I don't know everything. I only know Asante Sana. I know Karibu. I know Karibu Sana. I know Nakupenda. After that, I don't think I know any other thing. But now you showing me Iko Mzuri. Okay, I think you're saying Kenya is fine. If I'm gonna use my logic, you're trying to say Kenya is fine. Yeah, that's good to know. So, guys, know everything about instrument cluster and about the vital fluids I was talking about. Know how to check your engine oil, the level, know where the dipstick is located. If it does not have a dipstick, then there definitely must be a warning light or something that tells you the level of your engine oil level on your instrument cluster. Either a warning light or a gauge or whatever or a dial. Oh wow. Iko Mzuri. Oh, thank you very much for letting me know that I pronounced it well. I'm so happy. I'm talking like a Kenyan. It's just that I don't have the accent yet. You know, maybe one day I'm gonna have the accent. Well, I think if I could talk like Black Panther, if I could talk like a Black Panther, then I'm talking like a Kenyan. Am I trying to talk like a Kenyan now? Is that how Kenyans talk? Okay, it's sweet because you know, uh, this guy of beloved memory, I've forgotten his name. The guy that acted Black Panther really nailed the accent well. Boss, what's his name? Oh wow, Dave's Bell. Dave's Bell is here while we're trying to round up. Dave's Bell, thank you very much. Dave's Bell is Mama Wise. Mama Wise, she's the wise one. Hello, Mama Wise. How are you doing? I'm so happy that you're here. Lots of love for you. I'm holding my phone with the other hand, so I'm sorry I can't complete the other arc of the heart. But I'm so glad you're here. How are you today? How was service? Did you preach the message? I won't be surprised if Mama Wise preach the message today in church. Thank you very much. Mr. Mulatto! Ryan is here in the building. Thank you so much for the love. You know, I like red heart. It reminds me of red meat. I eat meat. I eat beef. I eat chicken. Apologies to the veggies in the house. Apologies to the vegans, but I eat meat. So the red heart reminds me of meat. You know. Thank you so much. Thank you for the lot of love. I'm so glad. Let me try to talk like a Kenyan. Thank you for the lot of love. I am so very glad. And I am so very happy that you are here. Mr. Mulatto is saying hello to Tina. Tina, are you here? Tina, are you here? Tina, Mr. Mulatto is showing you some love. Some love. Yes, it's showing you some love. So I accepted the love. It's showing you four love and showing me one love. So if you are here, Tina, so it's showing you some love. And Adero, if you are here, Mr. Mulatto is saying hello, and I am trying to speak your accent. Am I doing justice to your accent? Okay. So, guys, I was trying to say, whichever car you have, make sure you know every symbol, every gauge, every value, every information, whether you have the old style instrument cluster or you have the new style, digital screen. The old style instrument cluster. The instrument cluster is that part on your dashboard right in front or behind your steering wheel where you have a lot of informations, gauges, those pointers that just like vroom, 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 and you have the full gauge. They look like clock hands and stuff like that. Make sure you know what each of them are saying, what each of them are doing. Make sure you know when those dials are saying it is normal or not. Make sure you know what each of the symbols are talking about, whether it's talking about the fuel level, whether it's talking about the battery voltage, whether it's talking about the RPM, whether it's talking about the speed, whether it's talking about the temperature, whether you're having a warning light, a check engine light, the ABS, the SRS, as supplemental restraint system is SRS. The ABS is anti-lock braking system relating to the braking. Whether you're having a seat belt warning, whether you're having what else? What else? Okay, maybe you're having a skid control or VSC vehicle stability control information. Whether you're having um, all sort of things. Make sure you know what every symbol, gauge, dial, figure on your instrument cluster is. And I was saying that in the newer type of vehicle, like model vehicles, like on most vehicles majorly from like 2020 to this point, you have the instrument cluster not just behind the steering wheel. It spans from the driver's door up to the middle, the center console. So you have a long wide screen. On some Tesla looking, dashboard instrument cluster, you have that big screen in the middle, right up your radio, or you have it together with your infotainment system. Your radio is an infotainment system, so it gives you information, and it's also serve as your control base for your entertainment. So it's a blend of the word information and entertainment. So infotainment. So you have to know where your gauges, your levels, the condition of your car, your drivetrain, your engine, your transmission, your cabin temperature. That's the temperature inside the car, the temperature outside the car, and every other thing. You have to get to know what they are saying. Before I go back to the last part, I want to read what has been going on in the chat. So Mr. Mulato has said hi and sent four solid love hearts to Tina. And Mr. Mulatto said, good day, the chat. He was saying good day to the chat. And Tina responded to say, Ryan, and sent a green salad heart with a heart done with a hand. Then there's a bell saying, what are you saying? Oh, what are you saying? So I'm trying to talk like my brothers in Kenya, you understand? Maybe you're watching from Mombasa, Kenya, or maybe you're watching from I've forgotten the other places, other places. But if you're Swahili, you understand the way I am talking. You understand. You understand. But actually, I'm a Nigerian, and we don't have that unique accent. I like listening to that Kenyan accent. It's nice. It's something you want to sit down and listen to. Kind of tingles your ear, and it's kind of interesting. Number wise, I'm talking about caring for your car. I've talked about what happened in the workshop, in the past week, and I'm condensing that experience to relaying it to you guys. Most of you have cars, and some others are prospective car owners, such that I was trying to tell you that for you to maximize the use of your car and catch problems early, I was saying one, make it a habit, have a timetable. Don't make it like it's a hard work. Have a timetable for checking the vital fluids of your car. Check your brake fluid, your engine oil, your power steering fluid if you have one. Check your check your transmission fluid. Check your coolant, that's your radiator water. Check it regularly. So if you have a very new car, you can decide to check it maybe every month. But that's too far as far as I'm concerned. It doesn't do you any harm if you even if you have a car that you bought brand new from the factory, shipped to your doorstep. I think you should make it a culture to check those things maybe every 2 weeks. Yeah, because you want to catch things before they escalate into a significant damage that will leave you stranded by the roadside. But if you have a car that has run beyond 50,000 miles, oh my God, I'm gonna advise you that you check the fluids like every week. But now, if your car is beyond 100 or 150,000 miles, come on, please check your car vital fluids every day. Yeah, check it every day, especially if you live in places that are still developing. You may not have good access to parts. Your cars may be fixed and maintained. You might be very keen about the maintenance and the state of your car, but when you take it to a mechanic may have a challenge of having access to good and qualitative parts. So the repairs you did 6 months ago might not hold up after 6 months. It's possible. So it's good for you to check all those things. Even if you check it every day, it's not going to pluck anything from your body. Check your fluids every day. If your car odometer on your instrument cluster, if it's very old, you have this kind of clock counter, looking like those old filling station counter that rolls up one, two, like that. If you have that type, you'll see it whether the engine is off or on. But if you have the LED style, the little calculator like screen, you know, for those, maybe 15-year-old cars, then you can cycle a button and you see ODO written and maybe a 5 digits or 6 digits figure, then that's the mileage of your car. That's how long it has run since it came out of the factory. It must have come out of the factory as 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. But while you're using it now, it will be maybe 0, maybe 50294. So that's 50,294 miles. And some are calibrated in kilometers. So that's the mileage. So if you've gone beyond 50,000 miles, I recommend that you check every week. If you are having a brand new car between brand new and 50,000 miles, I recommend you check your fleet every 2 weeks. It's good for you. Well, definitely, if you live in an advanced country, you have access to the dealership and they're going to cater for everything that goes wrong with your car, maybe within the first year. So you have that covered. Every fix is going to be on them. But even if you have a brand new car, if you're not in a place where you have a dealership that has integrity, if you have faults within 1 year, it's on you, not on them. And some dealership will tell you that, did you read the terms and conditions, that certain faults, even though it falls within 1 year, is not their fault and is not covered by their warranty or guarantee or whatever that they write there. So you want to be on the safe side and not spending unnecessarily for things you could avoid. And even though things are covered by warranty, I've had a lot of situations where dealership collect your car under warranty and still could not fix the issue because the guys there are paid according to the job they do per time, maybe per hour and thereabout. So when a particular serious issue is taken to a guy and he knows that he's going to spend 4 hours on the car, but in the service manual on the pay routine or the pay register, the repair is quoted to be done under 1 hour. So it's going to be underpaid. So it's going to tell you didn't see the problem. Yeah, it's going to tell you we didn't see the problem because it's not going to be paid commensurately considering the amount of work it's going to be doing. So don't just rely on the dealership that because okay my car is still under warranty, so uh the dealership takes care of all the repairs. So if it breaks down in the middle of the road, they come and pick it. Okay, fine. But don't forget you're gonna wait till the recovery vehicle that is ordered for you comes your way. And if you can't get through to them, oh my God, you're gonna pay a whole lot of money to the recovery vehicle service to get your car towed. But you still gonna wait maybe for 40 minutes or 1 hour by the roadside, being confused, feeling unsafe before the recovery vehicle comes. Whether you pay for the recovery service or the dealership pays or whatever insurance pays, you're still gonna wait. You're still gonna be apprehensive. You're still gonna be delayed. Maybe you're going for for an interview or to your work, or you're going for a vacation, or you're going to visit family, or going for an event. You're gonna miss out on it because your car broke down by the side of the road. So that's why I'm saying if your car is brand new or is between brand new and 50,000 miles, make sure you check all your fluids every 2 weeks. So check your brake fluid, your engine oil, your power steering fluid if you have that. Of course, if your car is brand new, I don't expect it to have power steering fluid because you should be using the EPS, electric power steering. Make sure you check your transmission fluid. That's if you can check it. Of course, if your car is brand new, I mean, if you buy a brand new car right now, it's going to be maybe 5 or 6 or 7 years old. Most of those vehicles from about 7 years old has a sealed transmission. They have transmission fluid, but a regular, car user cannot access it. You're gonna, use a wrench to, to unfasten some bolts or some plugs to have access to check the level of the fluid, and you're going to be needing some tools to get to know the level of the fluid. So it's not straightforward like those good old days where you have to pull out a dipstick. So, but check all the fluids, your brake fluid, your wiper washer fluid, uh, check your engine oil. Well, on most cars, yes, they still have dipstick for engine oil, while some have, indications on the instrument cluster. So check all of the fluids. Make sure you know them. If you don't know them, go online or check your owner's manual, check all the fluids that your car has. And with that, you can get to know, have I checked this, or these are the ones I should check, I should check, I should check, I should check. So that way, when your coolant reduces in volume, maybe because of a slow leak or a fast leak, you can catch it early without damaging your engine. And that's what I'm trying to say. Likewise, if your car is maybe between 50,000 miles and 150,000 miles, then I recommend that you check your fleet every week. So, I mean, if your odometer reading is saying between 50,000 miles or even kilometers and 150,000, then check your fluids, your brake fluid, power steering fluid, your engine oil, your transmission fluid, your wiper washer fluid, your coolant, that's your radiator water. Check it every week. If you can check it every day, that's beautiful. But you may necessarily not do that. But if you can every day, even if you are brand new, good. That's sweet. You're protecting yourself and your car. And for many of you, your car is a baby. And for many of you, your car is a tool. You're going to be stranded if you don't have your car running. So if you have between 150,000 miles on your mileage and above to infinity to 999,999 miles, then you check your fluids under your hood in your engine compartment. You check your fluids every blessed day. And by every blessed day, I'm talking about for every situation, whether you're checking every day, every week, or bi weekly, you make sure that you're checking first thing in the morning, engine not running without the engine having run. You understand? I'm not saying you start the engine, you 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 drive to work, and when you get to work, you pop the hood and you open the radiator water. No, you're deceiving yourself, and you're gonna be putting yourself at risk, and you don't want to get yourself on the line of risk. You understand? So that's not what I'm saying. So don't say Pecamo told me that. So I'm saying you're gonna check those fleets first thing in the morning. You get it? So that's that about that. And don't forget what I told you about all the gauges on your instrument cluster, whether having a new style, new model, LED screen that spans all through from the left side of the driver's door to the middle of the center console. Make sure you know every figure that is on that screen. Excuse me, let me take one. So that's what I'm trying to say. So I hope with this few points of mine, I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that you should pay attention to every fluid in your car so that you can catch issues on time. And also, you should pay attention to all the informations that are made available to you by the manufacturer so that you can know when something is going out of track, out of control, out of the norm before it escalates into something that's gonna be a very expensive repair. Mind you, there are some certain repairs that could have been avoided if you spent an extra time. If you took the pain of that little extra time, it's not going to take you more than maybe 5 to 10 minutes to do that check every morning. So if you schedule it in your routine every day or every week or every 2 weeks, depending on the situation I've prescribed for, then you're gonna be saving yourself with that 10 minutes. You'll be saving yourself a repair that's gonna cost you a brand new engine. Over here in Nigeria, for a car that goes for maybe a Nigerian used car that goes for maybe 9 million naira, 8 million naira, the engine is gonna cost about 2 million naira. Did you get that? So the engine is like 1/4 of the value of the car. Now, the engine I'm talking about is not brand new, it's a foreign used engine. So, that engine is almost as equal as an engine pulled out of a foreign used car or an engine pulled out of a junkyard vehicle, a scrap vehicle, a totaled vehicle in a scrap yard, in a salvage yard in the US. So, 2 million naira engine cost, for maybe 8 million naira worth car, used car, you can imagine that's one quarter of the price. Do the maths. 2 over 8. When you divide it to the lowest factor, you're gonna be having 1 over 4. So now, do you want to pay one quarter the price of the worth of your car in the long run after being stranded, delayed, and you have to go a couple of days or weeks or even months without your car, and you got to spend one quarter of the value of your car fixing a replacement engine in, when you can just save the situation by spending that 5 or 10 minutes to do that early morning check every day or every week or every 2 weeks, and you save the situation and you catch a problem early. Of course, when you have a problem, if there's a problem, it's gonna get to you're gonna have to fix it, and to fix it, gonna spend money. But definitely, most of those problems, when caught early, for example, instead of replacing the old engine, spending one quarter of the worth of your car's value fixing that problem by replacing the engine, you just got to spend maybe 1/20th of the costs value of your car. So that's what I'm trying to say. So guys, this video has gone longer than I wanted it to be, but I'm so glad that you guys are here. And now we are winding down gradually, and I want to say my gratitude to every one of you that stayed back to watch, and those of you that popped in and how to do some certain things you had to do, and still come back to show me love, and are still here or have gone. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for watching all through. Thank you so much for your support, for your likes, for your subscription, for your comment, for chatting me up. Oh, Tina Mari, you're still here. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you're here. Tina Mari, say have a great night. Sleep well. I'm sure that's for me and for everyone watching right now. Thank you so much, every one of you. Thank you, Tina Mari. Thank you, Davis Bell. Thank you, Mr. Mulatto. Thank you, Adero. Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Mr. Dad. Mr. Dad, thank you so much. Thank you. Who am I missing out? Who am I missing out? Yeah, I've said thank you, Lizzie. Thank you, Gloria Okafor. Thank you, Miko. Thank you so much. Thank you, um, Richard Oliveira. Thank you, Mr. Mulatto. Think I've said that before. Thank you, Video Watts. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you for your subscription. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your comments, for your compliments, for chatting me up. And thank you for watching all the videos of mine, that I get to post, my shorts, my long form video. Thank you so much. Thank you for the love and the person, popping the love up for me right now. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Oh my God. At the point when I'm leaving, somebody is here. Guys, we have Trendy Speech family in the house. Trendy is here. Trendy, thank you so much for popping in. Thank you so much. I'm about, pulling the curtains on the live stream right now, but you came here and I have got to celebrate you. Thank you so much, Trendy. How are you today? Hope your day went well. It's been long I've seen you on your live. I hope all is well. Well, are you now in America or Jamaica? Where are you? And you're on vacation and you can't post something? But whichever way, I hope you're fine. I hope your family is fine. Oh, trying to say is just came online now. Thank you so much. You came online and the first stop you had to make was Pecamos. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Lot of love, lot of love. My second hand is holding the phone, so I can't get to complete the other curve or the other hack of the heart. But thank you so much. I appreciate you. As a family, as your how's your work? And I hope you had a good rest today. So, guys, we're gonna be calling it wraps today. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time, when we'll be having this session, yeah, we're gonna be having on Sunday, 5 p.m. Nigeria time. For my friends in the US, it's gonna be It's gonna be 12 p.m. East Coast time and 1 p.m. West Coast time. Yeah, it's gonna be 1 p.m. West Coast time in the US. And for my friends in Kenya, it's gonna be 7 p.m. Kenyan time, 7 p.m. Congolese time, 7 p.m. Ethiopian time. I think 7 p.m. South African time. And for my friends in the UK, it's gonna be 5 p.m. 5 p.m. for my friends in the UK. For my friends in Germany, what's gonna be the time? What's gonna be the time? So I think for my friends in Germany it's gonna be, let me try and remember correctly. For my friends in Germany it's gonna be 6 p.m. on Sunday. Yeah, 6 p.m. on Sunday. Thank you so much, guys. I'm so grateful. I'm so glad. Oh, Trendy, thank you for your compliment. Trendy is saying the beards are looking good. Thank you so much, Trendy. I really appreciate you. Thank you for your kind words, for your sweet words. Thank you so much. So, you guys have the best of the rest of your day. Don't skip if you have lunch left to eat. Make sure you don't skip lunch. If you have dinner left to eat, make sure you don't skip dinner. And for the person sending me this heart, I really appreciate you. I appreciate you real good. I don't mind if you pop in to say maybe you are the one sending the heart, or you just drop, you know, a heart in the comment, so that I'm gonna know that it's you doing the hearts. Thank you so much. Oh, Trendy is saying you're welcome. I don't know if she's trying to acknowledge that she's the one sending the heart, or she's trying to say, well, oh, Trend is the one sending the hearts. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Lizzie is saying, have a good night, y'all. Yeah, Lizzie, have a good night too. Thank you so much. I'm glad that my family came out here to say hello. Thank you, fam. Thank you, community, for coming out for me, rooting out for me, to give me your support. I don't have something to give you back, but I think and I hope that you've got a lot from this live stream tonight. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a pleasant night rest. Peace out.